English we use mosque, and Arabic we call masjid. There's two words also, the mosque and the masjid. Masjid means the place of prostration. Okay. Mosque, the word was invented a long time ago, maybe in the French word actually. Most probably, the mosque was a French word actually. So we do not know exactly what the origin came, but this is very popular in Europe and America, so mosque. So, but the idea is the Arabic word is masjid, means the place of, from sujood. Sujood means the prostration. So masjid, the one who performed the sujood, so the place of prostration. So that's basically it.
Can K-H-A-N.
Okay.
It's a
My
name.
girlfriend always said that she goes to Cannes, but I don't know what she did.
Khan?
K-H-A-N. Khan, last name.
Khan, okay, Khan, last name. Okay.
Khan.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
It's a family name of people. Khan.
Most of the last name, okay.
Probably heard Noman Ali Khan.
That's what she goes to.
Numan Ali Khan? Yeah. Maybe.
Almost.
So anyway, the place of prostration is called Islamic Center or mosque or masajid. The mosque or masjid is the word used. And the plural of masjid is called masajid, you know. More than one mosque is called masjid. That's the plural form. Now, Muslim face towards the Makkah. When you pray, you make intention now. Once you're done the wudu, now you're going inside the hall or in your room, and you're going to be facing towards Makkah. Now, how are you going to do that? You got your iPhone, you take the north, first establish the north, okay? Where is the north direction in your house? Make sure the house should be a clean room somewhere. There is no passage of any, if you are keeping dog or something, we avoid not to keep the dog in the area where you pray, you know. That area is supposed to be clean, you know. So make sure that area and that room, you can face yourself towards the Qibla, which is the Kaaba, Makkah and Saudi Arabia, the place where people go to Hajj. So that is in America, or especially in Torrance area, you will find north, east, 23 degrees. So first you establish the north and just a little bit change towards east, you know, like first you north, little bit towards the east, you know, and put your praying mat, you know, any clean sheet, praying mat, stand up, and you are facing towards Makkah, you see. And nowadays the apps are available. Wherever you go, you will find the directions. You can easily click that, the direction will come, and just put your mat right there, and in that direction, so you should be okay. Some of those iPhones are not good because somehow so make sure has the correct method. And sometimes people keep the campus, which is old-fashioned way, the magnetic campus. So you can use also to find the direction. So these are available on the internet, any direction, any part of the world. Before you travel, get your data. Right? So that's one way to always try to get your direction, stand up, and you are perform the wudu, you got establish the Kaaba, and then the direction, you are standing up, and now you have to perform the prayer. Now the prayer has some of those areas where you have to memorize in the future, a lot of some phrases, you know. The basic phrases you will start right now, just as simple as there was one is you just like the Bismillah, use the word Bismillah, first you start your Bismillah. But the complete prayer will give you the video, you just go start one by one, you know. So right now, because since you are starting today, so you say start with Bismillah, and then after that, you make your intention in your heart that I'm going to perform the 2 unit, or I'm going to perform the 4 unit, or I'm going to perform the 3 unit. Whatever the time of the prayer, you are standing and you are in your heart, you are making an intention that I'm going to perform this morning prayer and have the 2 units, and in your heart you just said that, and which God knows that you are making that intention for that, and then it's a Bismillah, and then said Allahu Akbar. The phrase you're going to be using, Allahu Akbar, and your hands going to be at the edge of, at the level of your ear, just here, or between shoulder and ear, somewhere, you can do that, you know, between shoulder and ear somewhere, or you go up to this, they all are okay up to this, at the level of your shoulder. That's fine. So it's not compulsory. Somebody will say, I have to do this, I have to know. You just raise that, and that's fine. And you have to say Allahu Akbar. The reason is Allahu Akbar again. Everything in your life is a priority, and Allah is the most important priority for you. And that's why you leave every aspect. Some scholars say, when you say Allah, you're leaving everything of the worldly life, and you are not focusing towards Allah. And that's the idea of somebody also explained to that why we have to do this Allah, because the idea is that we are just in front of Allah, and then leaving everything, and then standing in front of Him. And after that, you tie your hand, like your left hand, this is your right hand, your left hand is first, okay, and then your right hand on top of that, okay. And now you will find in some of those situations, some people will use this one, and some people might use this one, some people go like this. All are correct, but the most recommended is like this one. All are correct. And one of them might do like that. Your left hand and then right hand on top of that. Some, like say, finger here, three finger here, or like this, or anything like that. This is also okay. And on top of your chest, on your chest. But the thing is, if you find other people, some people like this, some people like that, and some might like this. So don't worry about that. Don't confuse with that what's going on. Okay? Because you see, in love, these are called the optional item in that. Okay? So this you are standing and saying Allahu Akbar is compulsory item. So always prayer has the optional item, compulsory item. You will get more reward for that, that's fine. Somebody say more reward for that. So more authentic. They will look at what the resources, the most authentic the Prophet did this time a lot. So people get some idea that how many times they found Prophet doing this, how many times like this, how many times like that. That's a different way. So some people give the statistics and authentic narration, the people who witness it. So this is how I go with that, because I will look into the evidence, which is the most common, which you go like that. And then after that, we're going to be reciting Surah Fatiha, the first chapter in the Quran. But right now, since you are not ready for that, so what do you do actually? Let me show you. The Surah Fatiha is chapter 1. Okay. This is also a good site, recitequran.com. What you can do actually, yeah, I will send it to you. And what you do right now, just to try to reflect on the meaning of this Arab English. So in your heart, when you stand up, Bismillah, and then you say Bismillah in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. If you remember the whole thing in English, and then you can recite that, that would be good idea, and how much, whatever you can, so that's it.
In the name. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. All praise is due to Allah, Lord of the world. The entirely merciful, the especially merciful. Sovereign of the day of recompense. It is you we worship, and you we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path.
It's just you have to go through this. You have your Quran. Just go English portion
Okay.
and just try to read that and memorize whatever the thoughts. You keep those thoughts in your prayer.
Okay.
Say, in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil. All praise is due to Allah, Lord of the world. And most gracious, most merciful. You, in the honor of the day of judgment, guide us to a straight path of those whom you have blessed, not path of those who are gone astray, and who have the wrath on you, and not path of those who are gone astray. And
This is just prayer.
yeah, this is basically in Arabic. Then you will remember little. Try to memorize in Arabic. Then you will, once you understand what you're saying, then you will do the Arabic part. So we'll go with that, how you can recite slow. Once you do it, so first you Bismillah and then Allahu Akbar. You do that. If you remember in English, you're fine. If you don't, if you go pray behind in the congregation, you don't need to worry about that because you can just follow the action, the Imam. But at home, because since you're going to be praying, so you try to understand whatever the best, if you can learn it. And then in the second time, once you've done it, then you go to second, fourth time, you go to, that's called the bow down position.
Okay.
Here you have to say 3 times, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. So those phrases, you can memorize those. Like Allahu Akbar, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. So that, those phrases are important. Let me give you
That's what you say during the prayer. Subhanallah, Aziz.
Subhan Rabbiyal Azim. Okay. Okay. There is a site. Okay, this is the phrase. See, this is the hands he has raised, and then just say Bismillah, leave everything, then Allahu Akbar, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. Okay. This is the phrase you get. Type the Subhana Rabbiyal Azim. This is in a bow down position. So you memorize that phrase, Subhana Rabbiyal, and the meaning is, how perfect is my Lord and Supreme. Okay. And then you stand up. After that, and standing, while you are standing, you're going to say, Subhan, Sami Allah, Liman Hamid. This is a little bit long, but you can write down, so you have to memorize that also. And Allah hear those who praise Him. Okay?
So each position has the same.
Okay, each position has a phrase. And this is the last for the sujood, okay, prostration. And here you will say, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. This is you have to say 3 times. Okay, Subhan Rabbiyal. And then this conclude your 1 unit. And then you just stand up, and then the second unit do the same thing, and the second unit you sit down, and then after that you're gonna left and right you conclude your prayer, because you're gonna remember some of the stuff later on, but you conclude your prayer right there. It's called Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. That's it. So that will be concluding your prayer. So basically, you will be, right now your prayer will be very simple in a way, because you learned the action. You say this, first you stand, perform your wudu, everything, you're standing, qibla, and then say, in your heart you made the intention, and you say, Allah, Bismillah. This is our Bismillah. Now, the whole thing, you will remember when Surah Fatiha, you will say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah. But right now, you go in English, you just go whatever the English you can understand, because I want you to learn in English. So when you learn Arabic, you will reflect what you are saying. And once you go with that, once you complete the Surah Fatiha, then you say Allahu Akbar, use it. Each command we say Allahu Akbar, and Allahu Akbar you say that 3 times, Subhan Rabbiyal Azim. Subhana Rabbiyal Azim, Subhana Rabbiyal. Then Sami Allahu Liman Hamid. Sometimes you have to bring it hand, or you just stand up right there. Some people raise the hand, some people don't raise the hand. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. But the thing is, again, a lot of narration we will find Prophet raise the hand. So this is again, it's an option. It's not going to invalidate your prayer. but there is option. So some people you will find raise hand, some people doesn't raise. And then once you are standing up, and then you go to direct, and you go to sujood, and then Subhana Rabbiyal Ala 3 times here, then come back, and then go back again, Subhana Rabbiyal Ala, and this conclude your 1 unit, then I will come back, my position, and then do the same thing. You're not going to see anywhere, but just concentrate and focus on the flow, on the center point,
Just like
and then
this.
you fold your hand again, same thing. You do the Surah Fatiha again, and then you say Allahu Akbar, then Subhan Rabbiyal Azim, and come back, Sami Allahu liman hamida, and then go back to sujood, Subhan Rabbiyal Ala, Subhan Rabbiyal Ala, Subhan Rabbiyal Ala, and come back, and then go Subhana Rabbiyal Ala,
She can perform.
Subhana Rabbiyal Ala, Subhana Rabbiyal Ala, and come back again, and this is, then at this point, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum. Okay, in this schedule, in this position, if you remember the first lower portion, Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah wa ashhadu an, just like the declaration of faith. If you remember that part, last portion, memorize that, and that would be sufficient right now for you. Assalamu alaikum, then you conclude. So that will be your initial prayer right now. Okay? This is going to be initial. But you continuously, slow, learning, adding those items in your prayer. And once you will done, then you will have a full-fledged prayer. Okay? So, what time is it right now?